guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tiffany. In today's video, we're going to be making some really adorable Grinch themed treats. I've got a little bit of something for everybody, so if you guys want to see these treats, then please keep watching. Alright guys, I went ahead and preheated my oven at 375 degrees. Now we're going to go ahead and start getting our dry ingredients mixed together. So you're going to need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Next, you're going to need 1½ cups of granulated sugar. You'll need 1 tablespoon and then 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I know it seems a bit odd, but I think that's what makes these cookies kind of crinkle and puff up. And last but not least, 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now we're just going to stir to combine. Alright guys, now we're going to move on to our wet ingredients. So you're going to need 1/3 cup melted butter. Now mine has been sitting here for a while, so it's not super hot. You don't want it to be super hot. It will cook your eggs, so just be very careful with that. 2 medium eggs at room temperature. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And 1 teaspoon of mint extract. You're gonna go ahead and mix these on medium speed just until they're combined. Now you're gonna need some green gel food coloring. You can get any brand you'd like. So the recipe doesn't state how many drops, it's more to your liking. So I'm gonna add a few, mix it in, and then add more if it needs it. Okay, I added quite a few more drops. It's still not quite green, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix the dry with the wet and see how we are, and I can always add more after. So you're gonna wanna add your dry ingredients a little bit at a time. Guys, here's what it looks like once it's mixed. It is supposed to be a little bit crumbly, as you can see, because you're going to roll it into a ball. It does reform. They are crinkle cookies, so they kind of separate on their own anyway, so don't be alarmed if this is how it looks. It's supposed to look this way. All right, I'm gonna take this little ice cream scoop or this cookie scoop, however you call it. I'm gonna take this, scoop it in there, pack it in. That's to make sure we've got the right size, release, and I'm just gonna form it into a ball. I went ahead and lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper. Once you've got it into a ball, you're gonna take it, push it down slightly, and there we are. Now it says no more than 9 cookies per sheet, so make sure that you don't overcrowd your pan, because the cookies need room to spread out. These are ready to go. We're gonna stick them in the oven at 375 for 8 minutes. Just keep an eye on. Okay guys, they've been in for just over 8 minutes. I left them in a little bit longer just so they got nice and crinkly. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna immediately place your jumbo heart sprinkles, I got these from Michael's, into the cookie. So it looks like Grinch's heart. Guys, next we're gonna make these really simple Grinch pretzel bites. It's just pretzels, candy melts, and a large sprinkle on top. That's it. Super cute, very easy to do. So you're gonna need some pretzel snaps, some green candy melts, and then I got these little candy sprinkles from Michael's. They are by Wilton. If you can't find these, you can also use these. These are also by Wilton. They are a variety of pink and red hearts. I did use these on my Grinch cookies. They're just a little bit thinner, but I like these because they're kind of like candy. So, all right, you're just gonna take your pretzel snaps, lay them out on a cookie sheet. pretzels laid out. Now I'm gonna take our candy melts and stick one on top of each one. I'm gonna make sure they're somewhat centered because they are gonna melt a little bit. All on there, you're just going to stick them in the oven at like 250 degrees just for a minute or two, just until the candy melt starts to melt. Alright, they're done. You can tell they're slightly shiny. You're just going to stick your little candy right in there like that. Push it down. Gotta work quickly because that chocolate is melting, and once it comes out of the oven it starts to cool, so get those on there quick. That's what they look like. Very easy, very cute. Guys, next up we're gonna make the Grinch popcorn. So you're gonna need 10 cups of popped popcorn or 2 packages of popcorn. You can always make it homemade, you know, the kind you make on the stove, but this is easier. So 2 of these, some marshmallows, some M&Ms, some green food coloring, some butter, and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go ahead and make these in the microwave. All right, got my popcorn popped. I'm gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna work on our butter and our marshmallow mixture. All right guys, we're gonna melt 3 tablespoons of butter. All right, that butter's nice and melted. We're gonna add in our 3 cups of marshmallows. Melt that down. Make sure you turn the heat down so you don't burn it. We're essentially making marshmallow fluff. If you've ever made Rice Krispie treats, this is how you do that as well. Once it's good and melted and no longer clumpy, you're gonna turn off the heat. All right, you're gonna add your green food coloring. You can be generous with this. You want it to be nice and bright green. Perfect Grinch Green. All right, now we're gonna take it over and pour it over our popcorn. All right, you're gonna take your green marshmallow butter mixture and just pour it over your popcorn. And then you're gonna wanna toss to combine. All right, once you've got it good and mixed like so, we're gonna spread it out onto a baking sheet and let it cool. Now this is when you're gonna add your M&Ms and your extra white marshmallows. You wanna do it while it's hot, so when it cools, it will kind of glue it in there. Our marshmallows. Even for some fun, you can add some of those heart sprinkles for the Grinch's heart. All right, it's done. You're just gonna let it cool, and then we'll transfer it to a bowl, and it's ready to eat. Is the Grinch Punch. Now the recipe I'm following does make a very large batch, so I'm gonna split it in half just for my family. So what you're gonna need is some lemon lime Kool-Aid packets. These bring me back to my childhood. It was kind of hard to find these, but if you can't find them, you can always use like a lemonade packet. I think the lemon lime is just for the bright green color, but Kool-Aid, pineapple concentrate, and some lemonade concentrate, some Sprite, some sugar, some sanding sugar for the rim. You guys will see how we use this at the end. And then of course some ice. You'll add that at the end as well. All right guys, first things first, we're gonna add 2 quarts of water to our pitcher. Next, we're gonna add the Kool-Aid packet and the sugar. Directions on the back of the Kool-Aid packet call for 1 cup. A lot of sugar. Now we're gonna mix until the sugar is dissolved. Looks good. You're gonna need 8 ounces of pineapple juice and 8 ounces of lemonade concentrate. And mix that in. Now this is the color you should end up with. It's very, very green, very bright. We're gonna set our juice to the side here. Now we're gonna take that red sanding sugar. Gonna dump some out on a plate. All right, next up, you're gonna take the glasses that you're gonna put your juice in. You got your sanding sugar. I've got a little shallow bowl of water, as you can see. We're gonna stick our cup upside down in the water. so it just gets the rim wet. So you guys can see, get that rim good and wet. And you're gonna stick it in your sanding sugar. And that's what you're left with. Very cute little touch. All right, now you're gonna take another pitcher, fill it about halfway with ice. We're gonna take our juice mixture, fill it about halfway. A little bit more. Fill the rest with Sprite. Mix that up. I'm gonna add a little bit more juice. And there you have it. Now we're just gonna pour our drink. There you go, Grinch Punch. Super cute, very easy, and it tastes good too. Guys, that wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed all of these Grinch themed treats. If you give any of them a try, please let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite. Also, don't forget to check out my Christmas 2020 playlist if you guys want more Christmas inspiration. I will be making Christmas cookies this year, so stay tuned for that, in addition to making more Christmas treats, so you don't want to miss it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows in the